I'm not trespassing. I have a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he's sitting here wasting time.
I did.
I
did.
Take your car. You're not tired right now.
Okay. We gave you ample
What?
warnings. Is it worth it? Is it worth it?
I got the stuff.
Got it. Got it?
The Palm Beach Airport arrest on July 20th, 2025 raises 4 distinct legal questions worth examining. These involve trespass authority, First Amendment limits on disorderly conduct, Miranda triggering conditions, and the threshold for resisting without violence.
Your attention please. Agent Passenger Miranda Doctrine.
Gentleman was asked to check his bag, started popping off, Carson carrying on. And now, of course, he wants to get on the flight. We're not letting him, so.
You know what?
We're not letting him fly, so he's got to get escorted out. We're done with him.
Is he going to be rebooked or is
I gave him the option to be rebooked in the morning, but he didn't give me an answer, so.
Okay. We can go up to the ticket counter, or you can call the 1-800 number for JetBlue.
I'm not sure why I can't do this flight here. Like,
He said something about your oversized bag.
so they can check it then.
It's
too late now.
We're way beyond that, so.
All right. Well, they're refusing you service, so we're going to have to go off the concourse. Your ticket's no longer valid.
I'm not accepting that.
Well, it's just like a restaurant. Restaurants have the right to refuse service. They're refusing you service, so they're going to refuse you service.
Hey, it's either you go to jail or you get off the concourse.
Don't
You
touch
either
me.
go to jail or you go off the
Stop.
concourse.
Like, don't touch me.
You
I'm
either go
not
to
gonna stay
jail or
here.
you're
Do not touch me.
going to end up going to jail. Okay, get off of the concourse now. That is a direct order. No, you can get it upstairs. Get it
I
upstairs.
gotta take him off the flight.
What is your name?
Stand him.
Is there a person that's not
What's your name?
I'm gonna get my bag. I'm gonna
What's
get
your
a seat
name?
that's not taken?
Dan. Is his
Did
name?
they not?
What's your name?
What's his last name?
What's your last name?
Farrell.
Is that on there?
All right. Listen, we go upstairs and get refund. No big issue. What's that? We'll go upstairs.
Daniel Farron,
No big
offloading.
issue. It happens. Trust me, it happens.
Paul, I got it.
What, we're going upstairs?
You have to
I
rebook.
uploaded him already.
I don't need to rebook. Like, if I can't get there tonight, it doesn't matter. Like, my dad's sick. I gotta be there.
You got
Sorry to hear
that?
about Guess they're rebooking your hearing.
No, they're not.
I have no desire to rebook.
They just said
So,
they're
I don't,
not- they're not
so
rebooking.
unless you want to arrest me, then I'm just gonna leave.
Okay, leave. Leave.
Leave.
We'll show you.
We'll help you.
What's your last name?
You can go to Fort Lauderdale, Miami, it's open. What flight?
Wait,
You go to New York?
wait, I need your boarding pass.
Yes.
And you can't order
You
this.
go to New York, sir? Okay, so if you go up to Miami or Fort Lauderdale, they have a lot of flights.
This is outrageous. Like,
I understand.
I sat on my bag to put it in a fit, and they said they wouldn't do it. Like, this is outrageous. This is outrageous.
Flying isn't what it used to be. It's changed. Okay. So we'll help you go to Fort Lauderdale, Miami.
I don't need your help. I live here. I can get in the cab and go wherever I want. But
Give him one order and then I'll arrest him. So tell him he needs to leave or I'm arresting
what are you gonna arrest me for? What are you arresting me for? I would like to know what you're arresting me for.
Trespassing at this point.
I'm not trespassing. I have a thing.
You gonna arrest him?
Yeah.
Because he's sitting here wasting
I
time.
did.
After they,
Take your car. You're not tired right now.
no, okay. We gave you ample warnings. Is it worth it? Is it worth it?
I got the stuff.
I got it. Got it?
Gonna get a free new Miranda rights.
I told you what you're being arrested for. We're not asking you any questions, okay? That's the only reason you're being arrested for trespass.
What's my Miranda rights?
We don't need to read you rights if we're not asking you any questions, okay?
What are my Miranda rights?
Okay, I'm telling you right now that's what it is, okay?
What are my Miranda rights?
Keep quiet.
I want my Miranda.
Listen.
I want my Miranda rights.
Listen.
You are detaining me. I want my Miranda
You're
rights.
gonna get down on the ground.
I want my Miranda rights.
Under Florida Statute 8 to 10.0 to 8, a trespass after warning offense requires 2 elements to be satisfied. First, an authorized agent must communicate an order to depart. Second, the individual must refuse to comply with that order. When an airline revokes service at the gate, the passenger's lawful presence on the sterile concourse immediately dissolves. The 4th District Court of Appeal in Gestowitz v. State confirmed that prior notice is a non-negotiable prerequisite to any such arrest. Florida Statute 877.0-3, the breach of peace provision, appears broad on its face but has been sharply narrowed by the courts. In State v. Saunders, decided in 1976, the Florida Supreme Court restricted its application to protect First Amendment speech. Pure verbal conduct can support this charge only if it constitutes fighting words under Chaplinsky v. New Hampshire, or if it creates a clear and present danger, like falsely shouting fire in a crowded theater. Profanity, loud complaint, and argumentative speech directed at officers or airline staff fall squarely within constitutional protection. The 4th District reversed disorderly conduct convictions in Chandler v. State and Fleury v. State on precisely this ground. If the prosecution here relies primarily on the subject's verbal outbursts, the breach of peace charge may not survive scrutiny. Miranda v. Arizona, decided in 1966, requires warnings only when 2 conditions are simultaneously present: custody, meaning formal arrest or its functional equivalent, and interrogation. Rhode Island v. Innis defined interrogation as express questioning or any words or actions likely to elicit an incriminating response. Routine booking procedures, handcuffing, stating the charge, transport commands are not interrogation under this standard. Arrest alone, without questioning, does not trigger any obligation to recite the Miranda warning. This is the single most widely misunderstood rule in American criminal procedure, largely due to decades of television dramatization.
Everyone. No one here has read my Miranda rights. I want my Miranda rights. I want my Miranda rights.
You have the right to remain silent. There you go.
Anything you say, like, that's not the whole thing. Anything you say, I want my Miranda rights. For everyone here, I want my Miranda rights. I want my Miranda rights. Everyone here, I want my Miranda rights.
Remember when we started, when I said you have a right to remain silent?
All I'm saying is I want my Miranda rights, and you haven't read them to me.
I'm trying to learn them. We're going to start and stay with remain silent.
Everyone, I just want to let you know, I'm getting arrested and I have not been read my Miranda rights. All I want is my Miranda rights. They cannot tell me my Miranda rights. I think there's a little more to Miranda rights than remain silent. I want everyone to know that.
Hey.
Everyone.
Hey.
Hey, I can say whatever I want.
You need to stop resisting.
I'm not resisting.
Yes, you are.
I'm talking. I'm talking. I'm talking.
You need to stop resisting or you're going to go on the ground.
I'm not resisting. I'm talking.
You said you were going to see your father, right?
Yeah, my father's sick. That's why I was going. Where are my bags, for God's sake? Are they there?
They're behind you. They're coming. And you said you have relatives over here?
I'm not saying another word to you guys.
Today is July the 20th, 2025. This is reference case number 25080578. I am here with Supervisor Paul. Can you spell your last name?
Kingston.
Okay. Can you tell us what transpired prior to our arrival with Mr. Dan Farrell?
Yes, he approached the gate podium to board, and he was asked to check his bag because it was oversized. He refused, became verbally abusive. He then asked to speak to a supervisor. I approached him, told him that he wouldn't be flying with us today. He refused to leave the area. Then he left, returned again with more language and more abuse, and then I called the sheriffs, and you guys came, and he was also non-cooperative with you as well.
Was he obscene at the gate and yelling
Profanities. Yeah, cursing at us and whatnot.
in front of
other
customers
yeah.
and other patrons?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Then we arrived, and then we have our video cameras from what occurred there.
Okay, very good.
So do you swear everything's the truth?
I do. Sorry.
Okay, very good. Okay. All right, this ends my interview.
Just take a picture of it so we can put it in our report. So if we would have to take all this stuff into evidence, and it might take you a while to get his stuff back. So we're thankful that you're here to take it. Okay? Can you take a picture of it, please? Because I have left my phone.
So what exactly happened? He's intoxicated.
Heavily.
I got there after the fact, but apparently he got into discussion, disturbance verbally with the agent, and he wouldn't calm down. Deputies arrived, they told him back off, they told him you're not gonna fly anymore, and so they arrested him for disorderly
Trespassing after warning too. They trespassing after warning because they told him to leave and he wouldn't. I believe that's what he's arresting him for. This one says, can you write down the phone number? I don't have anything, so we'll give it to just to let them know.
So where is he going? And where
This one, the main detention center. It's right on Gun Club Road. It's going to take a while for him to get processed. Maybe I'll say 8-9 hours. And then he can call you because we're going to let him keep his phone and his driver's license. He can call. Bravo 229.
Advise that the subject still has his cell phone.
51 to get it. I'm talking to the wife now. That was just gonna go get his belt. So it's right on Gun Club, but just we're gonna charge his phone up for him, turn it off so it can have the battery life, and when he get out, he can call you.
It got wet earlier, and so I'm not sure it's going to charge.
Okay, but he's allowed to have a phone call when he get into the jail also. Okay. Or you can continue to call up and see what the process is.
So what
progress.
Just curious, why are you here?
Because he called me to say that they weren't letting him on the flight. His father got admitted to the hospital this morning, and so he's a mess. And I said, you have to get, so his father's like in the hospital, and he was going to fly up there. He couldn't get on a flight till later, so he's in a state, and I said, you have to just get there because your sister's there, his father's very ill. And I dropped him off, and I said, just, he was okay. He seemed okay when I dropped, he wasn't great, but he seemed okay. And he wasn't confrontational. And then he called me and said they wouldn't let me put my bag on the flight. And I said, just check it and move on. And so then I just came back because he said my phone's dead and they're not letting me on the flight. So then I decided to come, if he's not getting on the flight and I know his phone's dead, how's he gonna get home? So his father's in the hospital and he's trying to get up there to see him. And so this is not that that's an excuse, but that's the situation.
Okay.
Did you see now, unfortunately, the AC in the back does not work too good with your wife. You want to say bye to her?
How you doing?
I'll be there in the morning. Then you have to stay here tonight if I'm getting away.
What's that?
I'm getting away.
Can you get someone now to get me out sooner?
They said
You gotta go through the whole process.
I did nothing wrong, so call whoever, get someone now.
Okay, well they said
Okay, so
yeah, I will be sure.
I did nothing wrong.
okay, let's go, Serban. Watch your step.
I did nothing wrong.
Watch your head. Watch your step. Watch your head, buddy. Whittle over windows.
Call someone.
No, you can
call
talk to
someone now.
So, you got to go through the whole processing. That's the whole thing. So it takes. There you go. Ma'am, if you want to talk to him now, like this here, you talk to him.
He was charged with disturbing the peace and resisting an officer without violence. Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Florida Statute 843.022, resisting without violence, is a first-degree misdemeanor with 4 required elements. The defendant must resist, obstruct, or oppose an officer engaged in the lawful execution of a legal duty. The officer must be legally authorized, and the defendant must know that the person is a law enforcement officer. Polite versus State emphasized that the lawfulness of the officer's duty is a strict threshold element. Words alone rarely sustain this charge, but physical non-compliance, sitting down, refusing to walk, tensing against handcuffs routinely does. Repeated refusal to depart after lawful orders, combined with the need for physical escort, supports this charge comfortably here. Under Graham versus Connor, the force used must be objectively reasonable from the officer's perspective at the moment of decision. Handcuffing alone, without strikes or pain compliance techniques, sits at the lowest level of the use of force continuum. That level of force is plainly proportionate to the nonviolent resistance observed. The responding deputies earn a grade of B professional demeanor, multiple warnings, alternatives offered, and minimal force applied. The grade is held there because the breach of peace charge carries real constitutional risk post-Saunders. The subject earns a C-. His circumstances were genuinely sympathetic, but sympathy does not translate into legal privilege. Refusing lawful orders, inviting arrest verbally, and misapplying Miranda Doctrine together produced a foreseeable outcome. The JetBlue supervisor earns a B+ for offering rebooking, documenting the incident, and providing a measured sworn statement. 3 practical lessons emerge from this incident that every traveler and citizen should internalize. Lesson 1. A private business's service decision is not reviewable at the counter or the gate. Your remedy runs through consumer complaints, contract disputes, and civil courts, never through on-scene confrontation with police. Lesson 2. The Miranda warning is a rule about admissibility of statements, not a precondition to arrest. Your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent and your Sixth Amendment right to counsel exist whether anyone reads them aloud or not. Invoke them clearly, then stop talking. That is the protection. Lesson 3. The First Amendment protects your speech. It does not protect your physical refusal to leave private property. Complain loudly if you must, but comply with the lawful order to depart. Fight the charge in court, not at the scene. Personal hardship is real and often moves prosecutors toward leniency, but it is not a defense to criminal conduct. The fastest path to seeing a hospitalized family member is never through a booking queue at the county jail. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out our second channel, Street Bodycam, for more police interaction and courtroom content.